Hello, Texas government students. How's everybody doing today? I'm your professor, Professor Edwards, and I'm on the campus of Eastfield College, conveniently bringing to you this Texas government experience. Now, students, today will not be a lecture. I just want to ease any of your concerns, students. I know how it goes, first day of class, virtual, what to expect. There any assignments due? I just want to say pause. Okay, there's no lecture today. I just want to give you a welcome and course introduction, students. Okay, so let's do this. To be successful in my class, I need for you to do two things before we even start. I need for you to log in, learn the discipline of logging into Brightspace each day. Okay? Each day, log in, check your emails, check your if whether I've uploaded a video, and we'll discuss more about that in a moment. But I need for you to log in daily. If you do not log in daily and stay engaged and connected, it will impact your grade. And it'll also impact your learning opportunity. So students, log in daily and stay engaged in the class. So engagement is defined as you have to log in, okay, to Brightspace. And I will upload a video lecture Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday and Friday, like clockwork, you will see a video lecture from me. Here's the expectation from you, is that you must watch my video at least within a 24-hour period. So if I upload today by 2 o'clock, 24 hours from 2 o'clock p.m., you must watch my video. And so I allow this for those working students. I've got a lot of hard-working students out there. I've got some single moms juggling a lot of activity, and you're lifing it out there. I've got single dads. I've got a wide variety of students. And so I'm trying to be flexible for you lifing it, students, okay? So I'm trying to have some grace, but yet I need to provide material for you to learn, students, and you will be assessed and tested, and you will have assignments to determine if whether you're learning the material or not. So, students, the rule is once I post a video lecture that's frankly, I won't pull from prior courses, and we'll talk about that. I've been teaching for quite some time, but there's no expectation for you to watch all of my prior course videos. So please do not, there's no expectation. 95% of my course is designed to where you will watch the videos that I upload timely, because government, the world of government, Texas government, Texas state government, it changes on a daily basis. So I'm not going to pull videos from 2 years ago or a year ago and just drop them in for you to watch. Now, I may steer you to my video library. Now, students, my video lectures are located front page of course. You'll see a series of folders to your left. Just go down to video lecture folder, and this welcome video you start watching from day one, March 24th. Okay? So that's your expectation. Top of page, front of the course page, you'll see a syllabus item on horizontally at the top of the course page. click on that syllabus. That's the correct syllabus. Now, do not look at the syllabus over to your left. I need to eliminate that particular box because that's old content from a previous course. So your syllabus, students, is located at the top horizontally of your front page of the course. So that's the syllabus you will be responsible for. Now, out of full transparency, I must admit, today, students, I will update that syllabus. So don't get caught up in dates. It's an old date, or Professor Edwards, this says back from a year ago. I will own it and I will update that syllabus today, hopefully before dinner time today. So students, again, welcome to the class. So I want to mention 3 things today. I want to give you some comfort about how to navigate and locate the textbook. I also need to articulate verbally the syllabus quiz, and I need to provide you some instructions on the syllabus quiz. And the third thing, I just need to explain a little bit about my background so you understand about what I bring to this learning and teaching moment virtually to convey my knowledge and unpack Texas government in a very understandable way to you students. So let's touch on those things. Like I said, this is to ease any of your concerns. You will see a date specific that the syllabus quiz is due. I'll discuss that in a moment. But the expectation, there are no weekly quizzes, chapter quizzes in my course. Frankly, you'll have one quiz. It's the syllabus quiz. Now, we're going to walk through other assignments, okay? So there are many other assignments unrelated to quizzes. So we'll go through the other assignments as well. So just starting out, again, my course is not the traditional course. I want to really pencil that for a moment. My course is not the traditional course. And so whatever you're accustomed to, students, I need for you to reprogram and learn the discipline of watching my video lectures, because they will guide you and provide clear instruction to you. Do not waste your time looking elsewhere on my front course page for future assignments for the class, or what's due, or what's next. Students, after you've watched this welcome video, you'll have a clear understanding, okay? So I want to make sure your time is efficient. You're not wasting any time in this class. But if you watch my videos, you've won 95% of the course, okay? And so just understand how I've designed this course. It's almost like a equivalent to, in a very convenient way, an educational podcast just coming to you conveniently. So I mentioned the first thing to be successful, which is stay engaged, log in to Brightspace Daily, watch the videos. The second thing is, while you're watching my videos, take notes, because taking notes accomplishes 2 things. One, it helps you retain the information. You learn from writing, from taking notes, and that's the science. The second thing is that it makes your life a lot more efficient. Specifically, what I mean is that I will upload 3 videos a week for 8 weeks. And the content in those videos, I would hate for you to have to rewatch a video. So if you take notes, you'll develop a written text of the material that I'm trying to convey to you. Now, must admit, on my videos in Brightspace, there is a transcription feature. But the problem with transcription, converting the video into a written text, is that sometimes it may lose the tense or the meaning. Or if it throws off one word, then you'll totally miss the perspective. So transcription is not the alternative of taking notes. Taking notes prepares you for success in this class. While watching my videos, take notes. My videos will average around 40 to 45 minutes. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So they should never go over around 50 minutes, okay? And so the norm is around 40 to 50 minutes, okay? That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Tuesday and Thursday, there may be a note in the announcements or maybe a clarification point. Read the announcements. And also, students, please pay attention to the email on the front of the syllabus, okay? Because you will have to use that email at times specifically if you need to reach out to me with a question or need clarification on something. I would encourage that because communication is critical. That's part of the learning and engagement process. But the other thing, there's one critical assignment that you must submit vis-a-vis through using that email, okay? The analytical paper assignment, we'll get to that in a moment. You'll use that email to send me your analytical paper, okay? And that, again, the email is on the front page of the syllabus. So, 2 things to be successful. Stay engaged with Brightspace, log in daily, watch the video lectures. Second thing, while you're watching the video lectures, you must take notes, okay? As part of enhanced learning. So now that we have some of the discipline points discussed to you, now let's get into actual syllabus and expectations of the course. I touched on how you would submit a critical assignment, that's the analytical paper. But now I want to steer you to textbooks. Okay, take a look at the syllabus. There are 2 required textbooks. One is Governance in America. Governance in America. It looks just like this virtually. Blue cover, Governance in America. Within this textbook, you're only responsible for 2 chapters, chapter 9 and 10. And I will update the syllabus to reflect that which chapters you're responsible for and when you're required to read those chapters. The second textbook, and by the way, this textbook, I'm the author, okay? Professor Edwards, I'm the author of that particular textbook, Governance in America. The second textbook is American Government, and it's a reader. I call it the reader textbook. And please notice when you open the Governance in America textbook, that will be the primary textbook that we'll use in this class. Now, students, notice the chapters. Please pay attention. You'll see some odd numbering of the chapters. Basically, the textbook chapters will start at chapter 14 and it'll end at chapter 24. Don't let that trip you up, okay? Let's not get caught up in sequential numbers of the chapters. I need for you to just have access to the content within each chapter from chapter 14 through 24 in the American Government textbook. And that book is authored by Glenn Newman, Dr. Newman. So again, you'll use two separate textbooks, okay? I want to make sure you have access to those textbooks. Now, please, front page of course, you'll see a folder that will say textbook on the left for front page of the course. I believe some, it may say Governance in America, some it may say a government textbook, but just click on that particular folder and it'll take you to a link. You'll click on that link, and from there you will go into a D2L area from Kendall Hunt, and it'll have 3 different textbooks in there. You'll see Governance in America, and you'll see the American Government book. I need for you to learn how to open content in both of those books, okay? So that's how you'll locate textbook. You should have access. Any student who does not have access, I need for you to send me an email saying you do not have access, okay? But we'll touch on that in a moment because that question is going to be a part of your syllabus quiz. So just hold off on sending because it'll be inclusive in the syllabus quiz, okay, that I'll describe to you in a moment. So you have access to textbooks now, students. You have access to my email through syllabus. I'm just moving through syllabus. Now let's talk about assignments, students, that are required for this course, and they're detailed on the syllabus. Okay, there are 3 exams required in this class. Okay, 3 exams. First exam, second exam, and final exam. Okay, that's not the syllabus quiz. Syllabus quiz is a separate assignment. Also, there is a written paper assignment called the analytical paper. I'll provide you, not today, but in a separate lecture, I'll provide you instructions about the analytical paper assignment. That's that analytical paper where I ask you, how do you submit? You'll just send me an email with your analytical paper attached to the email. And the email, of course, is on the front page of the syllabus. So that's how you submit the analytical paper assignment. Now, please notice there are 2 separate paper assignments, but they're the same, okay? So don't let it confuse you. There's a draft paper, that too is an analytical paper, and then there's a final paper. Both documents are essentially the same, okay? So I've designed an analytical paper assignment to where the draft will challenge your writing, and then I will comment and edit your draft, provide comments and feedback back to you individually, email back to you based on your work product of your draft paper, and then you will take my comments and incorporate them to improve your final analytical paper. So they're essentially the same, but yet different document. It's a development process, students. This area of writing, I will contend you've never been challenged. This is not a research paper, and I'll provide you other instruction about the assignment. So it's not the traditional English or APA style paper with a reference page. It's not that type of assignment, students. So again, future lecture, I'll provide you more detail and instruction about that assignment. Also, you'll have a discussion assignment that'll be forthcoming. Students, do not look ahead to try to figure out what's the discussion. I will announce it in a future video lecture, okay? So, again, syllabus quiz will be your first assignment due, and I'll provide the instruction. It will be due today, okay? 3 exams, 1 draft paper, final paper, and I mentioned discussion. There's 1 discussion form, okay, that you will be responsible for. And again, these assignments are detailed in your syllabus. There's no redo for exams. There's no makeup work. I do not provide extra credit work in my course. If you don't perform very well on one of the exams, it's no redo. I do not allow redos. You can't retake an exam. Now, I want to pencil here for one moment, students, and make sure you're crystal clear. I know that life hits everybody, students, and for whatever reason, if life hits you, you unexpected travel, bereavement, you have death in the family, you're hospitalized for something or bad health problem. Just send me an email. Don't send me all your business, students, but just send me an email putting me on notice that you just couldn't take the exam for whatever reason. But it has to be a legitimate reason. Don't just create something. It has to be a legitimate either health or lifing it reason, okay? Health and lifing it are 2 separate things. Lifing it, students, could range from car accidents to, hey, I had to leave town for a little while for this reason, or we had a pre-scheduled family trip, or anything, can come up. My point is, students, if it prohibits you from getting prepared and actually taking the exam because you're hospitalized for some reason, then all I ask is just send me a note. Hey, I'm battling this. I'm in the hospital. First, I missed the first, second, third exam, whatever. Just send me a note. And that puts me on notice, and where I can keep a record of your name, your circumstance, and I will provide you some grace. Okay? So there are circumstances that are legitimate, but if you never communicate them to me, then I won't be able to help you, students. So that's where we need the engagement, communication, vis-a-vis email. You have the email address. So students, I'm confident that you will do well in this class. I just need for you to pause. The purpose for this welcome video is to ease any of your concerns that you may have had about this class. I want to share with y'all. I'm teaching, I teach 9 classes per semester. All of my classes are filled to they're at capacity. This start of this new 8-week on March 24th, I'm teaching 6 Texas government classes, and all are full. So, students, I'm giving you all of the suggested ideas for you to be successful in this class. The disciplines that I'm trying to convey over to you, things such as log in daily to Brightspace, watch the instructional video lectures. those items are critical disciplines for you to be successful. Because if not, you're going to miss content and it's going to show in your performance. So let me do two more things, students, and then we are dismissed for this welcome. Okay? One is I need to provide you the syllabus quiz. I'm about to provide it right now. There are 3 questions. I need for you to do this, students. The instruction is go to that syllabus, you'll email me your syllabus quiz to the email address on the front of the syllabus. There are 3 questions. You don't need to send me the questions. I just need for you to send me your responses, okay? The first question is, and students, in the subject of your email, I need for you to give me your course number, 2306 dash, then give me your section number, because this video is for 6 different Texas government class sections, okay? The sections are, I'll just give you all 6, okay? You students are in one of these sections. 42308, 42314, 42318, 42322, 42306, 42328. Someone out there listening, one of my students, you're in one of those sections. So what I need for you to get in the habit of doing early is when you send me an email, you reference the course 2306 dash and give me your section, okay? So I can place you in the right class attached to that email correspondence that you sent to me. So here's the syllabus quiz, 3 questions. I only need for you to email me your response. First question, do you have access to both textbooks? Yes or no? Make sure you have access to both of the textbooks. 2, I've already described you the 2 textbooks, and the names of the 2 textbooks are shown on the front page of the syllabus. Second test question is, how many exams will you be responsible for? Is that 10 exams, 2 exams, 3 exams? You read the syllabus and you determine how many exams you will be tested over. The third question is this: will you be responsible for 2 paper submissions, draft paper and final paper? They're 2 separate submissions. So the question is, are you responsible for 2 separate analytical paper submissions? Is that a yes? The proper answer is yes or no. That's the third question, okay? So students, that concludes the syllabus quiz. The due date for the quiz is this. I'm uploading this video by no later than let me back up. No later than 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. So by tomorrow, which is Tuesday, at 1:30 p.m., the due date is the 25th by essentially lunchtime, 1:30 p.m. That's the due date. The due date is March 25th, no later than 1:30 p.m., lunchtime on Tuesday. Okay? March 25th. I'm sending you the video on March 24th, the first day of class. The due date for the syllabus quiz. Students, regardless of what the syllabus shows, I'm updating the syllabus. So don't get confused. I'm sharing with you, if you're watching this video, there are extreme benefits in watching my videos. And I will post an announcement today, basically encouraging students, watch my introductory video that was posted today in the video folder, dated for today, March 24th, 2025. Okay? So students, you're clear now. If you've watched this video, you're 95% ready for this class. If you do not watch this video, you are frustrated and lost and trying to guess at what's next in the class. That's why it's important, students, to watch my video lectures. So students, if you have any questions of me, please email me those questions. I think this video is pretty crystal clear for you to provide you some direction. And so just remember, videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay? So students, I'm going to sign off. I'm so thrilled that you're taking my class, but before I sign off, I have to give you a little bit about my background, okay? So you'll have a clear understanding of who your professor is and a little bit about my background. First thing is that I am not a traditional college or university professor. I'm not the traditional. My background is one of a government executive. So I've been on the executive side in career working in government, specifically Texas government, North Texas area, greater Dallas, Fort Worth, regional, metropolitan area. This is where I've spent essentially 90% of my life, okay, in this greater Dallas, Fort Worth regional area. So my background, students, is I'm a product of Dallas Independent School District, Thomas Jefferson High School, proud patriot, as the mascot of my high school, Dallas Independent School District again. And so my background is I'm a true Dallas person. So students, football, I was privileged to have earned a football scholarship to the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. From that point, my aspiration was to actually become an attorney. I went away to law school in New York, failed out of law school miserably. And that's when I knew to return from New York back to Dallas. And I knew to continue my education. My undergrad is a degree in government, a BA degree in government / criminal justice. And so I want to be clear, while playing football, I changed my major several times from psychology to sociology to communication to later ended with, of course, being a graduate with a BA degree in government/criminal justice. I had no idea how to use a criminal justice degree at that time. Again, wanted to pursue law school and become a criminal attorney. That opportunity did not work very well for me. I failed out of law school and knew to come back home to Texas, to Dallas, from New York after failing out of law school. And that's when I entered University of Texas at Dallas, their MPA program, Masters in Public Affairs. And essentially, that degree was the best degree that I could have ever pursued. MPA, with a focus on economics and management. So when I graduated from UTD, I was well trained in high-powered economics and management of public organizations and institutions. Public students just mean government-related organizations. Okay, you're in it for service, public service. But then while attending UTD, this is when I learned about a career field as a chief executive officer of a city. The specific title is city manager. That's equivalent to your chief executive officer of a city. And all cities in our country, specifically in Texas, has a city administrator or a city manager. And so while attending UTD, I was introduced to a career pathway in city management. And so at that point, that's when I really started finding my way at UTD. I interned with the city of Dallas, and I turned down paid internships for cities. And I ended up working as a non-paid intern for the city of Dallas. And that was the best decision that I made because during my internship, it was 3 months. After my internship, the city of Dallas, city manager, the top executive, offered me a position and that I could not say no to. And that's where my career in city management started. I worked for the city of Dallas in the city manager's office for 6 years, and I was not the city manager. I was the equivalent to the chief of staff or the office manager of the executive. And that role, you're always behind the scenes, putting out fires and cleaning up embarrassing situations. And so that's when I learned that I really loved the executive side of public organizations, of government organizations. And at that time, after 6 years, I resigned from the city of Dallas. And I wanted to be a city manager at a smaller city. Because if you stayed at city of Dallas and you wanted to be city manager, it may take you 30 years of working in one organization and you may never become a city manager. So after 6 years in the city of Dallas, I broke away and became city manager for the city of Terrell, Texas. And it's in Kaufman County. It's about an hour away from Dallas. And so I initially started as the assistant city manager for the city of Terrell. And after about 6 years working as an assistant city manager, then I was appointed city manager for the city of Terrell, Texas. And I retired from the city of Terrell, Texas about 6 years ago. And now I'm enjoying my life now as a college professor. And so my background has taken some unique turns because when I was working at the city of Dallas, I started teaching, just doing some moonlighting teaching. I only taught because I only had time to teach um, no more than 2 classes a year. And I started teaching in 1998 at Richland College. And then later, within the last 25, 30 years, I've taught at University of Texas at Dallas, DBU, Dallas Baptist University, and also the University of Phoenix. And this is all face to face, of course, long before the pandemic. But I've always loved teaching at the community college level. You remember my first teaching job was Richland College, here as a part of the Dallas Community College system. And so this has always been my first love. So 3 years ago, after I retired from the city business, a full-time faculty position opened up at Eastfield, and that was 3 years ago. And that's when I just jumped right in and started teaching at the college level. Now I have some other things going as a part of board service. I'm chairman of the board for a small Texas uh, university system, and so I'm about to step out as chair and pass that baton to someone else after serving as chair for the last 11 years. Now it's 12 years, and so I'm passing that leadership role over to someone else, and so I'm moving on to other obligations. So I'm also working on a doctorate degree in higher education leadership at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta. It's an online program, and I hope to complete that program in December of this year. Uh, but everything that I've done in my city and government career is helping me to position myself as a better professor, to convey a lot of these concepts from the textbook and transfer that knowledge over to you uh, in a very understandable way. I wrote my first textbook uh, in 24, and it's a Kendall Hunt publication. I'm currently under contract to produce 2 more. So I'm very busy, but it's the type of business that I really enjoy, again, this season of life. So I'm all over the place, students. I'm doing some international economic development assignment, advisement of a foreign government of Romania. So I'm all over the place, students. But for this next 8 weeks, I'm committed to your development, students. So that's enough about me. My career has been, my first city job was city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. So all of my life has been public government type of administrative work. Albuquerque, New Mexico, I was a mental health counselor. Dallas County government, I was a substance abuse counselor. Basically, my career started in social work. After Dallas County, I worked for United Way. I became a community counselor, pulling communities up out of various conditions, improve the entire community. Next position was the city of Dallas. I mentioned that, city manager's office in Dallas. after city of Dallas, smaller city outside of Dallas. And then from there, I retired. And now I'm full time with Eastfield with Dallas College. And so this has been great, a great journey, and it's continuing because frankly, I feel like the best students is actually in front of me and not behind me. So, students, this is going to be an interesting time. I'll unpack all of these concepts in the book to where they're understandable for you. And I hope you walk away with a greater understanding of Texas government. That's my job to convey to you. And so, again, welcome to the class. I'm signing off. And you owe me, students, a syllabus quiz. Okay? Don't look for the quiz elsewhere. Don't waste your time. You can only find the syllabus quiz through watching this video. And if you watch this video for 46 minutes, you will understand your assignment. Thank you so much, students, for taking this class. Look forward to 8 weeks. And I'm signing off. Take care.